Hey there, Lamelanites, this is Cow playing VIP 1 for some reason. I've never heard of this game before. This is a slightly altered version that has stopped the eternal screams of an infinite amount of children in order to let us enter Yoshi's house. It's pretty great. Text boxes! Yoshi Paw! Literally inconceivable. This is the red Yoshi, and he's red! He's Yoshi, yo, and he better take care of me. Jerk. Dude, come on, I gotta read this text box here. Okay, I understand commands. So this is Yoshi's trash heap, apparently. The trash of a Yoshi is water, because it does not actually qualify as a living creature. It does not understand that, water is necessary in order to survive. And the end result is nice watery graphics and a whole bunch of coins, by which I obviously meant coins. By which I obviously actually meant the dotted blocks. I don't know why that filtered twice in my brainwaves as coins, but, know what they say about staircases and cream. Not a whole lot, and this is the part where you can swim along. It's pretty great. Remember what the day is made of. Day is made of tungsten, obviously. Hey, a mushroom, except it is shaped like a circle with a little, edgy edge. Impossible. So apparently these are either energy drinks or just like a paper charm, like a charm person would use to paper up, which I find credible if unlikely. Oh man, there's cut off here in the corner that'll never be accepted, General. Ironically enough, I have actually discovered these games, I think, from Small Central, I'm not sure. Hey, it actually says the same text all along. All this time in the universe, I figured it said something completely different. And here we are in the grandiose, place on a field with grass, with dirt underneath the grass. And finally the truth lands upon our lap. We've uncorked the pathway inside the waterfall, where a star does not scream at us at all, but rather stays quiet and content, and so we enter the Yellow Switch Palace. So it's official, this hat uses the longer, stage name patch out of sheer necessity. I wonder which one would be the fastest. I guess this way it's easier for me to catch up and thus makes 1,000,000 lives, or at the very least a few. Whoa! That's an excited block. And it's nice being able to have a life or two. But I won't get this one, apparently.
Actually, maybe I can. Oh, yes, sirree. Just gotta get rid of all the competition here. We gotta make sure all of these guys are alive. Now be able to start again with block number dose. These games tend to be slightly difficult-ish, so it's important to have a steady supply of lives around. Dang it, block, don't disappear. It is impolite. Actually, I don't need this jerk. I can, throw the first one on my own. In fact, in this way, it's gonna be easier to control. As in, okay, I'm kinda running out of lives, by which I mean time, because time is money, and money is sport, and sport is dandelions.
And a dandelion is a tree that you can find in the middle of a bush. Hooray! It's a very short bush that's found inside a metal square, but that is okay. What is the material that the blocks of questions are made of? That's a question for people that are more important. Oh wow, even these are translated. Continue trying hard from here on in your adventure. Man, this game is very encouraging. It's like, you know what, sure, you're on a perfectly rectangular land space, but you still gotta keep trying and keep your courage where you can find it. Preferably around your armpits, because you'll always remember where those are at. Frozen Summit. The unfortunate part is that I do not remember a lot of the wacky names we have come to know a lot of these level names from, erroneously. But I've always enjoyed that here, the ice is all melted around the fire. It's a really, really nice touch, and it's pretty nice. but you shouldn't touch it though. Just because it's nice, it's probably a good idea to keep your grubby mitts off. There's the happy festive beetles that are going on their pilgrimage into the very edge of time, and there's a fireballer I'm gonna get. Oh wow, back then the fishes didn't have sprite swaps. Div 1 is nice because almost all the sprite swaps are really ugly, and like a solid third of the enemies don't actually have changed graphics. It's pretty great. Hey, I think that brings me to, yeah, gets me to 100 exactly. You can kind of tell I'm kind of struggling to speak at certain
at certain speeds. It's pretty great. Oh man, I didn't get the thing because the tape actually kind of screwed me up. Hooray! See, if I hadn't done it that way all along, I would have been fine. But instead I have to be a parody
of common tastes. Oh, how dare I dodge the beefsteak. Wow. Okay. Oh wow. Dodge the enemies, what a terrible level name. Oh no, there's enemies, guys. Better dodge them. Oh wow, double cape. Man, World 1 double caped. That seems also 21 lives, but I mean, any game featuring Mario and featuring also Talking Time Brothers probably would get me 21 lives from here anyway, so it's not like it matters all that much. Right, Mr. Plant, even though you're not plant, you're an eggplant and you're made of chop suey somehow. That's a lie. I don't know why I keep perpetuating the same lies, but I gotta keep my life counter up, because one day a fish is gonna come out of the bottle and is gonna say, "Hey there, buddy, how's it going?" And I'm not gonna know what to respond, and it's gonna be the saddest day in the world. Already I'm doing a pretty winning job of dodging the enemies. Why is there springboard here? I guess you need to... Dang it, Yoshi, stop not dodging the enemies! And stop eating the enemies too! You're not supposed to eat them, you're supposed to dodge them. There's a distinction, you know? The distinction is called... Whoa, entropy, apparently. Dang it. This is not difficult, and yet here I stand, forcing my steed to eat soap bubble so that it stops being a sailor mouth, because that's just not a popular planet in the slightest. Oh man, the surprise mushroom, good thing I'm dodging those, because they are the enemy. There's musical notes underneath me, so I better be careful. And also, Yoshi got afraid because he's a dumb stupid.
But I still gotta dodge the emanize. I've gotta dodge the emanations. Pollution, you know, and constitutions are not the way. Just grab firearms and throw pizzas at all people you don't agree, and they'll believe they are gifts even though they're supposed to be ironic, because you're destroying them with potentially bad health down the road. Doing a pretty good job at doing a single jump here. I'm fairly proud of myself. No, but really, why is this so hard? Jesus, hell. I guess what you're really supposed to do is eat 1,000,000 pudding cups, or just do this, because the game
just threw you like 55 Yoshi. Or maybe the pipe is supposed to actually move, but it didn't because of enemy oversaturation. And either of the two answers are possible. You may choose your fate. I choose Yoshi just swallowed the whole plastic object whole, and somehow it's still in good health. That doesn't make a whole lot of sense to me though, so I'm gonna call Balderdash, because that's a video game. Oh geez, you know what? Because this is the start, we should do the first full-on mole map there and get rid of, you know, Bakerland here with Thrill Lift. I know that name. Thrill Lift was one of... Where's Yoshi? Oh yeah, we had a little no Yoshi cutscene that I'm so used of seeing that I actually didn't see it there somewhere. And of course, and if I didn't experience it, of course it doesn't exist for real. Oh, come on there, right? That's a chainsaw. It's going tick-a-tack a lot. It's pretty great. It wasn't replaced by a toilet plunger nor a sword. It is just simply a big ol' hackety hacksaw. The Prince of Georgetown. By far my favorite coastal city, but I try not to scream about it too loud. Oh man, I just failed my acidic run of VIP. I am in the great disaster. I'm pretty sure either of the VIPs would be literally impossible aesthetically. What are you talking about, guys? This puzzle is so easy! It's such a dumb thing. It's in World 1 too, so it's kind of hilariously unreasonable, but it's just so funny when you're in on the joke and you see other people go like, oh man! I have to say, VIP 1 is one of those games that I've seen so many runs off. Pretty sure it's one of those games I know by heart the most. Not as much as the original Smoo, but numbers. Fear of the Eternal Pufferfish. Oh gosh, I love that name that way, spelled out in a way. The way behind time and space and corn, a little guy was running along. See, the reason why I kind of need to give myself, like, sub-challenges in the early games, like getting the Dragon Coins and stuff, is that the early game of VIP 1 is kind of easy. I think VIP 1, as on a whole, is one of the most difficult of the VIPs, but it also has the easiest levels. Like, it basically has both extremes. As you can see, where here you can just kind of run forward and go, oh man, I'm running forward. Then there's fish here, but fish isn't super... Like, the fish generator in Mario World is hilariously not very effective. Except if you start to play around with the terrain, or in this case have an auto-scroll, but the fish went away with the auto-scroll. I guess they were tired of all the moose. Why must you exist, Mr. Moose? You're making all the fishes tired. Trying to, you know, they need to count all the moose, and when there's just one to count, well, you kind of end up counting again and again in order to keep your head from spinning around. So what you gonna do? That's Daddy Cool, and he just scared Yoshi away, because Yoshi had to count the hammers, but all the hammers fell in the well. Hey there, Charlie! You're inappropriate in this game. Oh no, I just destroyed a pufferfish. Truly, I must beseech professional help. As if someone doesn't stop me now, who knows when I'm gonna stop? I'm a never-ending gear-grinding, fist-pumping, snack-eating machine, and the world will forever know my fear. This level is like super tiny, so let's go ahead and go. The Submerge-Trick Castle. Submerge-Trick Castle sounds hilariously kind of broken, so it's nice to see that we still get hilariously kind of unnatural title. That's all I could ask for, other than, you know, being better at video games. But unfortunately, Santa couldn't fit that in his big old barlip sack, so I just gotta have to do with my old dusty crew of Skillzors, I guess. Really not sure where I'm going there. So, see what this level is all about? Has water bits here and there, and also spinny things. That's the trick. I hope not. I think like the first castle of VIP 5 was a sequel to this level. I'm not sure why this level of all levels needs a sequel. Actually, I'm gonna say that. I always liked that VIP 1 managed to have a lot of personality in its levels and whatnot, even though it is painfully vanilla, with some exceptions, of course. Now, that has always been the case for pretty much all the VIPs, but VIP 1 especially. Now, remember that... Nuts to y'all, world. Remember that VIP 1 is also fairly old in terms of hacks. Like, it's probably one of the first, if not the first no, it is the first compilation hack, but also one of the first completed ones. So, you know, words are pretty great when they mean things. Oh no, it's Face Guy. You know, from the A-Team. Man, usually I'd kill you right now, but the Podobo scared me. You see, Boom's all scared. He pushes his head up his hat, and somehow he still manages to breathe because the lower end of his face is still not in his hat, so in real life it wouldn't do a really good job of hiding his face, except since his face doesn't have any surfaces other than like a plane with his eyes and mouth drawn on it, Mario, who was named Boone, who floored the Koopa Kid Iggy, demolishes the castle with his homemade blasting powder. Well, that's just dandy. Mario/Boone is the most... I don't know how to finish that sentence. So let's just kinda leave things as they are. Man, I'm still kinda nostalgic pretty heavily. It just seems like such a silly thing, even though some people were arguing that it wasn't a silly... Oh no! Someone set fire to the hills! Quick! Someone call the police or something, jeez!